Expectations, reality. Let's make sure that these are really well aligned when you first get started. To give this person full credit that sent in this email, they do acknowledge the fact that they are kind of living in la-la land when it comes to their theory of things. And so I'm not saying that this person's being stupid about anything or anything like that, because like I said, you'll see that they do acknowledge it and they make reference to, yeah, this probably isn't really realistic. But my point here is that for this person, and then just to you as a viewer in general, always be aware, always be careful of what kind of your ideas about things, in this particular case, of course, trading. But what are your ideas? Maybe in your mind, you're not calling it theory, but theory, ideas, you know, same thing. But I just want you to be focused on that, because when you know, theory is kind of way up here and expectations, reality, you know, are should be down here. That's where some problems can get really started before you even begin the journey of trading. So let's just get to this email and then I'll go more into it. Thanks for the resource guide, Clay. I live in Salem, Oregon. At the moment, I do not have any desired outcome. My current plan is to use swing trading and limited day trading on a 1,000 account to see if I can double it yearly and wind up with 1 million in 10 to 12 years or so. In theory, of course. And if it comes up short or very short, I have all my assets staying in traditional IRA, 459 and pension, so no desperation plays. I will be just fine if I lose all my 1,000. For the time being, I am early in the learning. Pretty obvious where the just kind of la-la land comes into play. Taking $1,000, as somebody that they just said, is very early on in their newing, and in 10 to 12 years, turning that into $1 million by doubling that money every year. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. $1,000 to 2,000, sure. 2 to 4, 4 to 8, 8 to 16. But once you start to get up to like 300,000, I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible, but you get the point. And to this person said, you know, even if they come up short or very short, then, you know, pretty much at least they're learning, at least, you know, the money is growing. So it's not like this person is, you know, coming in with the actual mindset of, hey, I'm going to take this 1,000, turn it into 1 million in 10 to 12 years. But what I kind of just, like I said, really want to, you know, make you aware of is just be very, very careful. I know this person has acknowledged it, but somewhere in their mind, they're thinking, you know, they have big numbers like that in mind. And nothing wrong with that, but what I can foresee happening is they're going to be taking a little bit more risk than they should be, especially when you see words like, I have $1,000 to play with. Those are, you know, I'm not saying they're going to just be a total moron with it, but little telltale signs where there may be a little bit more gambling coming into play than there should be. I mean, there should be zero gambling when you're trading. But when you're new, like this person admitted, and you don't know what you don't know, and then you have apparently kind of these overall context thoughts of grandeur and just big numbers, and you're starting with only $1,000, it can very, very easily morph into a, you know, kind of go big or go home type philosophy. Because again, once, you know, I'm not putting words in this person's mouth, they say, well, even if I just lose it all, it's only $1,000. And that's true. So I can't fault this person at all, because at least they're limiting the risk and apparently they can afford to lose $1,000. But as far as building long-term success, you need to have your expectations in line with the reality. And that is, don't focus on the numbers at all. As I've said and will always say, trading has nothing to do with winning. It has to do with what you're doing when you're wrong. Or in other words, how do you monitor risk? How do you manage risk? How do you control risk? That should be the goal here, not I want to turn X into Y, even if it's just $1,000 into 10,000. You're focused on the wrong thing. You need to focus on, hey, how do I become a good loser? How do I lose in a way where I can preserve capital but keep on growing it? So really a goal for this person and anybody in general, if you're starting with, we'll just take this person's number of $1,000. How do I make it through the first year and still have at least $500, at least $750 left? Because that's setting up realistic expectations. You're not gonna sit here and think, I'm brand new and I'm definitely growing this $1,000. Now, sure, you could grow it, but if your focus from the get-go is not going from here up to here, but just making sure that you don't blow up your account and, you know, just do something silly like that, think about where that puts your focus. That puts your focus on being extra careful with that capital, extra careful with the risk, because at the end of the day, as any experienced trader will tell you, that's what it's all about. Nothing to do with winning, everything to do with how you conduct yourself when you are wrong about a trade, aka manage risk. So that's kind of the little thing that I want to get across here is that, yeah, it's great to want to challenge yourself, but when you're brand new, when you're just getting started, don't focus on growing, focus on more so preserving and managing risk. And the easy way to do that is not 1,000 to 10,000, or in this case, 1,000 to 1,000,000. But hey, after that first year, I'd still like to have $500 in my account. I'd still like to have 750. Start there, and you're gonna have your mind focused on the right spot right from the start. If you are out there trading alone currently and maybe are in the market looking for a community to join to assist you in your trading or to just help you, give you another set of eyeballs, then I do have a private trading community where you can trade alongside me and other experienced traders. So what you see popping up on the screen right now is both an information link. So if you click on the inner circle one, that is going to take you to the page where I explain all the details of what exactly come with the community, both the chat room and the newsletter. And then the other image that has popped up is a behind the scenes tour where you can see exactly what is going to be contained within the community. I take you through, like I said, a behind the scenes tour of everything, and that way you'll know precisely what you are getting when you join. So definitely check that stuff out if you are interested and thinking about wanting to join a community, and let me know if you have any questions.